Hey, welcome back to another full day in my kitchen. I call these videos a full day in my kitchen because it's most of what I do in the kitchen, but I don't show every single thing I make and I don't show everything I eat. Like a lot of these things I actually don't even eat and I don't show all my meals, so it's not a what I eat in a day. So full day in my kitchen just makes more sense. We're starting off bright and early around 5:30 a.m. Before heading to the gym. I need to feed my sourdough starter so I could get started on a sourdough loaf later in the day and then bake it off tomorrow, which is actually today when I'm filming this. You can see me putting the discard in another jar. I will use that either for a sandwich loaf, some sourdough, discard waffles, pancakes, whatever it may be. I always use up all my discard, and if you're looking for discard recipes, check out Little Spoon Farm. That's where I get most of my discard recipes. After I got back from the gym, I decided to start on some homemade gummy bears. This was my first time making these, and I'll link the recipe down below that I followed. The recipe called for 3 tablespoons of gelatin, and I think when I make these again, I'm only going to use 1 or 2 because I just didn't love the consistency. It was a little bit more like Jello than gummy bears. The recipe also calls for using honey. If you do not like the taste of honey, I would not use honey because they're going to have like a slight honey taste. And then finally, the recipe and the directions says to remove the foam before pouring it into the molds. I found this very difficult to do in the pan, so I pour the mixture into a measuring cup, just like a smaller circumference. Yeah, smaller circumference and area, and it was easier to remove the foam. Also, the woman that made the recipe said to not use a dropper because it creates too much bubbles, but not using a dropper was just so messy, created so much of a mess, and made this process much longer and honestly not that enjoyable, so I think I might just use a dropper next time. While those were setting in the fridge, I decided to move on to making the baby's breakfast, and you can see I'm using almost the remainder of the sourdough sandwich loaf that I think I made on Tuesday. I decided to show the baby's breakfast because you don't always have to go crazy. I make a lot of things from scratch, but a lot of our meals are quite basic. Like I just gave them scrambled eggs, toast, avocado, and blueberries. So the avocado, if you keep avocado in the fridge, it's gonna brown a little bit. Just scrape off the brown parts and it's completely fine. I wanted to show you one of my go-to meals right now. It is very, very high protein and quite low carb and low fat. I am dieting right now, and when I'm dieting, I like to split up my meals into as many little portions as possible. So I get my protein in here, and then I'll have some kind of meal with more carbs, probably fruit and some kind of I don't know. I think this day I had some banana bread that my mom brought over this past Saturday, and I went to try some finally. Something I want to also show, I know I'm showing mostly food in this video, but I do spend a lot of time in my kitchen cleaning, especially during the week. I feel like I'm cleaning more in my kitchen versus on the weekends. I have Corey's help with cleaning because he's not working, but yeah, I just wanted to show that. The gummy bears came out so cutie. I was so pleased that they popped out of the mold so well, but again, as I said, it just has a little bit more of a Jello flavor than I would like. Corey tried them, and I think especially that honey flavor was off-putting to him because he doesn't like honey. So as I said, if you don't like honey, don't use honey, probably just use cane sugar. The next thing that I made were some chocolate chip muffins. A few days ago on Instagram, I wrote down things that I make basically weekly and things that I'd like to get in the habit of making weekly, and one of those are muffins. They're just an easy thing to grab and give to the babies. Corey likes muffins. If I'm making these kind of muffins, more traditional muffins. Primarily for the babies, I like to make a healthier take. So I'll make blueberry muffins or ABC muffins, which I think I've showed in the channel. For this recipe, again, I'll link it down below. I cut the sugar in half, and then I didn't use as many chocolate chips because it looked like a lot. I just showed you my sourdough starter after about 4 or 5 hours. That's how much it had risen. I always wait till it rises at least double in size. And then I didn't show the whole sourdough process because I feel like you've seen that a bunch on my channel. Just wanted to show the stretch and fold, and I'm usually holding Lev because you can't keep your eye off him for too long. I just feel like you're probably Nicole, please release us from the sourdough content. So I didn't want to show everything. The last thing that I decided to show in this video, and one of the last things I made in my kitchen this day, were some Greek yogurt, high protein mini pizzas for the babies. In the sauce, I made some hidden veggies. Again, I will link down in the description the recipe I followed for the dough. That's basically all I followed. The rest I just did it myself. Then I also let this part play because I'm talking to Corey. I came back from the grocery store with so many ice creams.
Ready for Mama to say she never lets Daddy go to the grocery store again?
Oh my goodness, Mo. Oh my. What is going on? Mo! Why? Mo, oh my.
It was 50% off sale.
That all ice cream.
Crazy. Yeah. is crazy. But yes, this recipe is very, very easy for the dough. It's just flour and Greek yogurt. It is self-rising flour, which I don't have and I don't buy, so I just made it myself. Very easy to make yourself if you just look up online. And you can see that Jude Girl is helping me. In general, a lot of the times I'm making things in the kitchen, if it's during the week, it is usually when Lev is napping so that I don't have to keep a close eye on him, or I'm holding him as you saw, or Jude is like entertaining herself, which she can do without me worrying about her getting very, very hurt because she's more self-sufficient than Lev. I can just kind of check in on her. As far as the tomato sauce, I always just have strained tomatoes in our pantry, and I decided to add in some hidden veggies. I added a few little baby carrots and some spinach. Because I put spinach in the tomato sauce, I want to make sure to pair the pizzas with something with vitamin C for the babies so they can soak up all that good iron from the spinach. When you pair iron with vitamin C, your body can take it in better. If your kids are very alarmed by colors of things, maybe skip the spinach because the spinach gave the sauce that like greenish tint. My kids don't mind. They actually eat veggies anyway. So yeah, I paired it with some strawberries, but that was everything that I made. Not everything I made, but everything I decided to share for you in this full day in my kitchen. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. Bye.